what class is this for?
Well, actually, she's a substitute.
That's a hell of a substitute. Right on.
I think that call could be even more entertaining if you had Steven call.
Hey guys, I'm from Canada, and I'd like to say that we love you. We're watching you guys. Very talented, everybody. My question is for pretty much everyone up there. What's your favorite scene and why?
I'll go first. Killing Varro, just because it was a huge epic turning point in the character, and I've just talked about it. So for me, it was a very overwhelming thing to do, and I'll always remember that.
There are so many scenes that I loved. I mean, that is definitely right up there. I also love the scene where Alethea goes bananas on Kenya.
Holy crap, and that went down.
And one of my favorite shots of the whole season 1 was the Spartacus leap up to the balcony in the finale.
I kind of like that fluffer scene. I just look so much
but for a very specific technical reason, obviously.
Yes.
You know, there's been a lot of hype about the sex, and there always is, you know, like whenever there's sex and something, there's always kind of a lot of vague sort of headline chat about it. But I think that scene, I've never known any scene to inform on a character so much.
Or a show.
Or a show, but also on a character for both of us to be having a conversation with each other while that was happening. Illustrated not only what we felt about slaves, but said something about our sense of selves, and as a technical point from how Stephen manufactured and constructed that, I think it's just genius. I think it's really genius. So it was such a clever construct. It was.
And it told the audience, all bets are off. You are not in Kansas anymore. Your laws do not apply in our world. And it was, I think, one of the first crazy watercolor moments. You know.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I never saw that on TV before.
Oh, you know, I actually enjoyed it when the power flipped between Alethea and Lucretia, and I started to actually find the complexities of what it was like to have to also be a survivor, like so many of the other characters in the series. Suddenly Alethea's privilege and, you know, abundant, spoiled princess-like ways kind of had to be, you know, shifted and transformed to survive in this world. So there was a scene, I think, in episode 13 between Lucy and I, where you know, it's just a small scene, but I actually enjoyed it because it was a kind of different quality in Alethea that I could begin to explore.
Stephen, you were talking about the shot and the leaping up shot. The show is such a distinctive, incredible look. And it's evolved a little bit over the course of the season. You know, the first couple episodes were a little bit different than the way it got going. Is that a look that's going to sort of continue to evolve, or are you just sort of, okay, now we're at where we're at?
No, definitely. Much like with the writing, we are continually trying to refine how the show looks, and we'll keep tinkering with the visual effects and figuring out new things to do. And you know, some of them work, some of them won't. We'll keep the ones that do, and hopefully just keep getting more and more spectacular as we go along.
Considering the demographics of the room and the age group, I wondered if you guys ever considered maybe entertaining the idea of doing a video game, PlayStation, Xbox, something like that.
Oh, there you go.
That has come up. We have talked about it. That's all I can say right now. But the two things I really want, and I'll be quite honest with you, is I want a console game and I want action figures.
You wouldn't, right? I guess in a personal I should thank you because I lost like 30-some pounds, and it wasn't because of the fact that I couldn't get through a single episode, but my wife would tell me, why can't you look more like him?
My question's for Lucy. Did you ever wish, as Lucretia, that you could just, you know, being around all that violence and giving your past characters even more business? Do you ever wish Lucretia just like picked up a sword and started like fighting against the vampires?
At the post office?
Not for a moment. I hate to disappoint you, but I always hated that stuff. It was terrible. It was really, no. And I think other people on set thought that I was jealous of them because they were doing it. No. Viva and I would sit upstairs like chugging down grapes and Turkish delight and just going, ah, look at that suckers down the dirt. But I have started to work out for the first time in my life just recently. So.
Hi, I would just like to say thank you for writing the show. My brother-in-law actually got us into it. Me and my husband, we sat every night when it came on. We loved the show from the beginning to end. But my question is for Lucy. I'm a huge Battlestar Galactica fan, and I'd like to just ask which character was harder to play, Cylon or Lucretia?
They were both really hard for different reasons. Deanna was really hard because when you're coming into an existing show, there's so much history stuff, there's so much to fit in with practically and everything that I was a little bit at sea on that one. The character's, you know, one of an ensemble, so it's not particularly explored or anything, so you have to really be really cerebral and make up a lot of stuff and whatnot. But this was really hard because none of us knew what the show was. It was a huge cast with two different tiers, right? There was the downstairs world and the upstairs world, and my character was never explored very much, so again, had to make up some stuff. And now with the prequel, I'm reading it going, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, is that her past? I never would have guessed that. So there's some really great backstory coming up for the prequel where everybody's, every twist and turn that this guy's devious mind can, he will bend history. You wait, he's just going to, it's a very twisty little character row for every single character.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you for a wonderful show. We all love you. One of my favorite characters is Doc Tori. My question is, how much of him can we expect to see in the prequel? Do we see him as a fighter? And will we see him survive the accolades? Will you show that part of him?
You will see quite a bit of him. You will not actually see the Theophilus fight, basically because we showed you what's going to happen. So it's kind of hard to build up to, hey, what happened when Enemeus fights Theophilus? You kind of know. But he plays a major, major part in the prequel. We really bring him to the forefront.
Thank you so much.
Okay, question to the panel in general and Mr. DeKnight in particular. In addition to all the action and emotion and drama in the series, it also contains quite a bit, thank you, of wonderful eye candy. And more usually for television, not just eye candy. And relatedly, or not entirely unrelatedly at least, you will be aware that there is a very dedicated and enthusiastic following of the series. I was wondering, did you expect this? Did this take you by surprise? How do you feel about it?
You know, I'm very happy that everybody loves the show. I was hoping we'd be embraced by the gay community because we have always said, Rob and I from the start, that we want